Hello YouTube, this is Brian, the Speaker for the Dead, welcoming all my fellow speakers back to the channel. Just wanted to give a quick review of Avengers Endgame, which I have just gone and seen with my family. It was really good. There will be no spoilers in this. I'm not going to ruin it for anybody else. I'm just going to be kind of vague in general and stuff, but so that I give you a review, but I don't ruin anything for anybody else, because I made the mistake of watching a video on YouTube from a guy that I like, and didn't really realize how many spoilers he was going to be giving away, and he basically gave away the whole movie before I realized what he was doing. So yeah, that wasn't really cool, because I knew everything before it was going to happen. So it kind of lessened probably my enjoyment of the film just a little bit, but it was really good. I have to say it was a great movie. Pretty unexpected twists and turns and stuff, and some of it doesn't make sense and some of it does, and some of it's a little bit contradictory, but you just feel like, you know, by the end of it, everything's okay. But a lot of ups and downs through the film. I will tell you that much. You're going to be all over the place, like emotionally. If you're invested in these characters at all, that is. If you don't care what happens to any of these characters, then that's not going to mean a whole lot to you. But or you know, you're just going to enjoy the action sequences, and you're not going to enjoy some of the other parts of it nearly as much. But it was definitely worth it. In my rankings, I'd probably give it a 7.5, maybe an 8 out of 10. I did not think it was quite as good as Infinity War, mainly because I think they could have gone some other ways with it and made it a little bit better. But I mean, you know, everybody has their criticisms, and 2020 vision's perfect. So, or, you know, 2020 vision in hindsight is perfect. So, but yeah, it was worth it. My girls went with me, and stuff, and they really enjoyed it and stuff, like I said, but they felt the ups and downs probably even worse than I did, and stuff, but it is a huge payoff at the end of the film. I mean, it's worth it just getting to the end of the film. Like I say, but even there's a lot of ups and downs, emotional roller coaster rides, and people, you know, really trying to recover what they've lost, and stuff. So it's just it was really good. Like I say, Infinity Wars, I'd have given a 9.5, you know, out of 10. Like I say, so this was a little bit less in my view, than the other. But, you know, they did a good job. I mean, they wrapped it up very well. One of the biggest points, my brother will have to close his ears during this part, because I know he doesn't like when I talk about this. But BREE LARSON did not ruin the film for me, that was my big concern going in, is that they were going to make her too much of a part of this film, and really take away from the Avengers, who have been building this franchise for 10 years. But they didn't. The humor in this one is just really well done, really funny. You know, but it doesn't take away from any of the rest of the, you know, it doesn't make it a silly, goofy thing like sometimes that, you know, it can happen. It's stuff and that's what I like about Avengers humor, is it's stuff you'd say, and you'd kind of be that way in real life. As where, like, you know, other franchises, like they tried to do that in The Last Jedi, which was, you know, part of the Star Wars universe, and it was just out of place. The humor in Star Wars is a very different kind of humor to the humor you get in Avengers, and it doesn't cross over. It's just, it ends up being really jarring and pulling you out of the film, and I never liked that. But anyway, that's, you know, two different franchises, and they handled things differently, and you shouldn't try and import one thing into the other that doesn't work for that universe. But it's Disney, so, you know, and since they pretty much almost own everything now, it's going to be hard to keep them from crossing over, because they don't understand a lot of the, you know, the things that set these universes into motion. They're just buying these properties after they've become super successful. And, you know, and I don't think they respect a lot of what came before. A lot of it's, they've got so much political agenda tied up. And there was some cringy moments in this film that, I mean, you can tell what they're doing. They're just, you know, they're pushing that girl power out there just a little bit. But I mean, it was really minimum. So don't be like freaked out that like you're gonna have to sit there and watch just a total SJW film, because that's not what it was. They really did a good job and kept the cringiness to a minimum. But my guess is there's probably, just based on what I was seeing today, there's a lot more of that coming. So I hope not. I hope that this isn't the end for me in the Marvel Universe, because I've really enjoyed their films. I was never much of a comic book fan. It just wasn't around it much when I was younger. But you know, so there's that aspect of things where I'm able to enjoy it for what it is. I guess the comic book, the people that are really into that would call me a normie. So I enjoy the movies, I enjoy comic book heroes and stuff, but I never, you know, I would like to see them follow a lot of the comic book stories, because I've just heard a lot about that, and that's what built these characters into what they are. So for Marvel Cinematic Universe to diverge from that and start trying to go SJW, they're gonna trash everything that makes these heroes what they are, and then people are going to walk away, just like they're doing with Star Wars. They've basically ruined Star Wars with The Last Jedi. I mean, people are walking away from, I mean, lifelong fans are walking away from Star Wars in droves, just saying, if this is what we can expect, I don't want it. So I don't know, though. They've got a chance here to keep making something great and do another 10 years, or they can keep going the Brie Larson way and ruin an entire thing. So but like I say, this movie is definitely worth going to see. So I hope you buy your tickets and get out there and support this film, because it's worth supporting, and it may be the last one that is. So we'll have to see where Marvel goes from here, but maybe they'll realize that the rest of us out here don't want to be preached to about their politics, but you never know. Hollywood doesn't seem to get that message very often. They all think that they need to try and convert us to their weird religion of nothing and no God and no morals and no nothing except for what we decide we want, which, yeah, that usually ends up really badly in the end. Ever hear of Caligula? Yeah, not a happy ending to that story. So anyway, nice talking to you again. If you like this movie, if you like this video, then please hit like and share. Leave your comments and tell me what you think and what I need to do better to help my channel grow and to service you in the way that you'd like to have done, so that I can be the YouTuber that everybody would like to see and that you're invested in and you want to see these films or these videos. Boy, it's going to be one of those days where my mouth's going one way and I'm going the other. Anyway, see you next time, and thanks for watching.